Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Had a major technical problem at the end of the sprint, but at least I didn't die during the race. I am back with Potato again, and we are joined by Cole, our
Sprint waste.
sprint race. Shut up, sprint race winner, Cole. So Cole, take us through the mindset for you in the sprint, and how was your how was the move to get the lead?
Um, to be honest, the car didn't turn at all. I was really struggling the whole race. Um, yeah, I was struggling the whole race. I just wanted to stay with Banjo and Joey and eventually DeMeo, and that's what I did really. I got the lead, and then all of a sudden Cheesy came out of nowhere and gave me
Yeah.
DRS, like completely uncoordinated. He pit for fastest lap, got it, gave me DRS for the last two laps, and I got and I won. So that's really all I got. Yeah.
Well, how do you think the fast pace of the sprint compared to a full length race? Like, did you feel it was more intense?
A little bit. I feel like there wasn't as much saving. Like obviously, I was saving behind Banjo for like a couple laps there, but like it wasn't that crazy. People were still making moves. Like I know Joey and DeMeo were fighting and Bama. Yeah, I know those five or those three were fighting pretty hard. So yeah, I think the intensity was up, I guess, from a normal race.
Yeah, seems like there's a lot of unhappiness in the chat too. So, we'll see what happens there. But Cole, congratulations on your sprint win. I think that should give you the championship lead back.
And I only outgained
Uh,
DeMeo by 1 point. I don't think so.
yeah, no, DeMeo will be the leader, but you both passed Slurp going into the main race. So, congratulations on that, and good luck in the main race. Gonna have to do it starting from
Dead
17th. So,
last.
yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, hopefully you can make it up through there and challenge again.
All right, thank you, Normie. I'll leave.
Okay. Okay. Now we are just gonna wait for the main race to start. We have the majority of the people here. Still waiting on some guys to join. So, Potato, I didn't really get to ask you because my everything died, but what'd you think of the sprint race?
Yeah, it was really fun to watch. It's just kind of a main race, but with not much strategy and just a whole lot of hard racing. I think it's unbelievable that Slurp was able to gain that much spots, but all of that work just to get a couple of points, and now he's gonna have to start um, midfield, actually farther to the back. So, but he's in a
Yeah,
better
he's going to move
position
up a little bit
than
because of the
yeah.
DNFs and the people switching drivers, so he will be starting in 12th place. But I mean, he just went up to 7th in 2 laps from what was it, 20th, so we'll have to see how it goes. Rowdy and NASCAR fan are both here, so every full-time driver besides Jake and I believe Rooney is here. So we have 2 subs in the Saubers, and that is it. And we should be good to start, I believe. There's 19 in here, missing one person. Who are we missing? Castron. Is Castron racing?
A whole lot to talk about him. I don't know.
There he is. Okay. So now going from the sprint to the main race, we have a lot of storylines to talk about. There's going to be a lot of action to try to cover, especially with all the guys that finished up front for the sprint starting in the rear. And not to mention Rowdy and NASCAR fan coming from there as well. Let me see. All right, getting underway. So now transitioning to a race that was 3 times the length of the one we just saw. Intensity probably going to be a little bit down after the initial start, but a lot of the guys coming from the back. What do you think is going to be the key potato for them to have a successful race from the back of the field?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just, if when you see this in like something, I think the biggest comparison is like, well, I think they do it in F2, but also in in NASCAR in the All-Star race where you have guys, the guys that do the best when they invert the field are the guys who just have pure pace. I think that's the case here as well, but you're gonna have to be pretty careful. Obviously Slurp was not careful. He was flying through everybody for the first lap in the sprint race, getting past guys. But you just gotta be careful. Don't get into guys that are slower because it's not always gonna be their fault. You have to be careful getting through guys. When you're a lot faster, you gotta make room. So
Yep,
we'll
gonna
see.
be the key. Trying to get through traffic, but also do not want to get damaged because that will derail your race. Remember custom grids, so the guys that started it at the back. It's raining! Oh
Oh
my,
no.
this is gonna be an absolutely insane race. 20-person grid with fast guys at the back, and it's raining. And oh boy. This is I am praying for everybody in this in this
Yeah.
race right now. Oh my.
Well,
And the rain is hard too. It's not like it's light rain.
I mean,
Probably
I don't know
intermediate.
if Dino's ever raced in the rain in this F1 game, so
Okay, here
prayers
we
up to
go.
him.
5 lights are on, and from a rainy Austria, we are underway. Sean and Chan on the front row with Snowy and Cheesy behind him. Sean gets a pretty decent start, but they're already 3 wide. There goes Slurp down the inside of a bunch of guys. He is being aggressive on the start again. There's contact, and both the Saubers are slow. Dr. Dinosaur and Skylar are both going to get demoted to the back of the field. Joey moving up. It is so hard to see with the spray, but Slurp already up to P7. He is absolutely flying. Snowy is around Chan for second, but here comes Chan back to the inside.
Oh!
Cheesy trying to make moves.
Cole hit
Oh, there's an issue for Cole.
he hit the brake marker, the foam brake marker on the outside of the track. It hit him, and he missed the corner because of it.
Not a good start for Cole, who won the sprint race. Chan and Snowy are still battling for second. Here comes Cheesy. Oh, there's crash! Snowy and Cheesy get together. They somehow keep it straight, but that was almost disastrous for both of them. Cheesy going to lose a lot of spots here. And no, there's contact again as Skinny goes down his inside. Yellows are out sector 2. DeMayo's already up to 9th. Look at this field right here. DeMayo has to save it. There's contact everywhere. Rowdy back here, I think, has some... No, he does not have damage somehow. Cheesy and DeMayo are now battling for 8th. DeMayo going up through the field very fast as well. There you see the position changes. DeMayo and Slurpa both have 8 spots from where they started. And DeMayo and Cheesy are still going at it. There goes Logan down the inside 3 wide. Making 4 positions for Logan in one corner. Now going for a 5th one on Snowy. Holy cow, this is crazy. Look at this field going into turn 1. At the front, Sean leads by 1.5 seconds. Aaron's up to 3rd from his 6th place starting spot. But here comes Slurp down the inside. Oh my goodness, he almost wrecked as well. Slurp is up to 3rd from starting P12 in just 1 lap. We know how good he is in the wet. McKinnon is down because Joey is moving up. DeMayo actually got demoted to 11th. Look at this contact right here.
Something happened to that corner. They're all going everywhere.
Holy cow, and Cheesy gets 7th back. JB's up to 4th. Joey trying to go through. He's up to 9th. Cashman's up to 12th. Cole's still in P18. He's actually lost spots from starting
Big
spot.
dive
But
bomb.
look at this. Look at this field
And it
back
didn't
here.
pay
It's
off.
like a drafting track in NASCAR. Looking from the back of McKinnon right here, it looks like it's a whole Talladega field. This is insane.
Joey gets a penalty for cutting the course, I guess, passing cars.
Oh,
Maybe-
there's an Aston around. I believe that was Snowy that spun. Yes,
It has
Snowy
to
is
be.
in
Other
20th.
Astons in the
Bama
front,
had an
First
issue
and 20th.
as Logan just lags out. Yeah, Snowy started 3rd, and Bama must have spun. Sean's still leading, but Slurp is closing on Chan. He takes fastest lap away. Everyone is on intermediate tires, I believe. Skinny and Aaron going at it for 5th, but really bad starts for some of our front runners like Cole, who is now up to P13. Rowdy is up to 11th. NASCAR fan up to 17th. Logan is back in the lobby, thankfully.
Well, I'm confused here. So when Joey's Slurp up to 2nd, Joey's penalty is passing cars under while corner cutting. He got 2 spots from that. Aren't you allowed to give those back? Did he not? Did he not just not give them back?
There's a timer. You have to give it back in a certain time.
So I guess he just
so
didn't.
He must not have done that.
Didn't do that in time. That's interesting. Never seen that before.
Here's a battle between a lot of guys that are on the move. Rowdy is up from 20th to 10th in 2.5 laps. Castron up 7 spots. Cole up 5. Joey and Banjo only able to gain 1 position from where they started. JB has now passed Chan for 3rd. Slurp is up to 2nd and closing on Sean for the lead, but have to give a shout out to Sean. He has taken the lead and he has kind of run away from these guys, so especially with the wet conditions,
Somebody hit some foam again.
Strategy is going to get a little bit dicey, so Sean could be in for a great race here, even if he loses the lead to Slurp here in a few laps. Logan had an issue. He is down to 17th after starting in 10th. As Rowdy was able to pull away from Cole, Banjo getting by his teammate of Joey there, and now going to the inside of Castron as well. Everyone trying to be super careful, but that start was crazy. Surprised we don't have more guys with damage. Cheesy Man had a very good opportunity to take advantage of a P4 starting spot, but has lost position to 8th as DeMeo and Aaron are battling for 6th. DeMeo started P16 up to P6, a very good start for him. We missed it, but Slurp has taken the lead away as Logan is DNF'd.
We might have gotten what happened to Banjo. He left and then it ended up kicking him because he's still. Is he?
He was able to join back, I think, before that, but Yellow's around sector number 2.
He might have crashed out.
As now here comes JB, who was looking for a move on Sean, but got really sideways off the final corner. But now Chan is going to close up on these guys and look for a move. As Joey's into the pits. As Cole takes fast lap. Okay, it looks like the rain might be lightening up because these guys are getting faster and faster. Let's see what Joey's into the pits for here.
Tried to serve the penalty, but along with other things. Still on intermediate.
Yeah, Joey is serving the penalty and putting on a new set of inters. JB and Sean battling for 2nd. Chan a part of this as well. JB takes it away. JB's had a very nice start from 7th to 2nd. Slurp leads by over 3 seconds already. He is well gone and looks to dominate this thing. Rowdy going by McKinnon for P9. Here comes Cole to do the same for 10th.
Yeah, Logan tried to get back in it. I don't think it was a DNF. I think it was just what happened to Banjo that one race recently. So unfortunate, not his doing.
Yeah. Tough break for Logan, who was able to score points in the sprint, no points in the main race tonight.
Well, at least this is the race to do it, yeah, when you can at least secure some other points in other places.
Saw Cole get around McKinnon as well there for 9th. Now Rowdy flying up, trying to challenge for 8th here, as Chan is around Sean. Sean got away good there for a while, but now is starting to struggle. Down to 4th place. Skinny still in 5th, DeMeo in 6th, Aaron 7th, but he is under heavy pressure from Cheesy, who is going to go to his outside here. They have Rowdy and Cole for company. And Cheesy takes that spot. Now here comes Rowdy to the inside looking for P8. He will take that away. And here comes Cole as well, so Aaron just lost 4 spots in 1 corner right there.
Cole has to be kicking himself right now. I mean, he, by all means, should be at least past DeMeo, maybe even for those Haas's and Aston Martins. He had gone into the corner and trying to pass guys on the outside because they were all clumped up on the inside in the start and just hit one of those foam markers for braking and just went straight through it, and it made it to where he did not turn at all. Now trying to recover big time.
2 straight weeks of not great starts to the race for Cole. Remember, lap 2 at Spain last week, he was leading and DNF'd.
At least he can still drive this time.
Yeah, no DNF this week. He's in P9. He won the sprint, so doing everything he can to recover.
I just want to point it out, probably for the last time this race, unless something catastrophic happens. Hopefully not. But these two Saubers, as rookies in their second race, going through a rain race, especially Dino, who I don't think has ever ran a rain race in an F1 game in the past couple of years. So, just trying to survive here. Haven't wrecked it. That's the big thing. This DeMayo goes up in the fifth.
now into the top 5. He and his teammate Rowdy looking both very strong. DeMayo up 11 spots from where he started. Rowdy missed the sprint race, remember, and is now up to P7 from starting at the back. But they're going to have a long way to go to get up to Slurp, who we know is very, very good in the rain. So Joey set the fast lap there a minute ago. Joey won last week in Spain after a battle with Rowdy. As Slurp sets the new fastest lap of the day, he has a 4.5 second lead over JB, who we mentioned before has had a good start to this race. And there's another fast lap. This time it goes to Cole with a 1:13.2. The track is getting faster, which tells me it's drying out a little bit. Yellows are out for the Sauber of Skylar, who falls to 16th after an issue in the last corner. Skylar making his second career start this week as McKinney and Banjo battling for P11. Banjo takes that spot away. Banjo finally able to make some moves. Up into 11th he goes after starting in 15th. As now DeMayo continues to charge. He is up now to 3rd place, passing the Haas of Chan. Sean just behind him. Skinny with them as well. And not too far back come Rowdy and Cole. Oh, Sean went wide right there. Skinny is going to be able to get past him right here. Looks like so. Skinny back into the top 5. Oh! Chan has spun out! And he hits his teammate! Skinny actually, I believe, saved him right there because Chan was dead sideways. And Skinny hitting him actually straightened to back out, but he's going to lose quite a few positions as a result of that. Oh! Sean and Rowdy just made contact right there. Sean pushed him off, I think. Or maybe he didn't know he was there, but now Skinny has an issue. Rowdy going to go 3 wide down the inside of both of them to get
Skinny
4th
has
place. Somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, he and Chan made heavy contact. Rowdy and Sean both rarely wide out the corner. Sean looking for the move back around Rowdy here. Rowdy using all the ERS he can to try to clear him, but Sean going to still be there on the inside of this corner, side by side behind him, between Cole and Skinny. As Rowdy takes 5th, Cole going to try to get by him as well. Oh, Rowdy's around! Rowdy got loose off the corner and went down, and Sean finished him off. Nothing Sean could really do right there. But Rowdy is now stuck in the grass, I think. He's going to get going. But man, Rowdy was just up to 4th after all that progress from the back and is now going to have to do that drive again. A very tough break for the Red Bull.
Banjo looking at past
Rowdy,
Cheesy.
what happened there? Got loose, came down, Sean nowhere to go, and around goes the Red Bull.
Well, Sean has been very aggressive, using his shoulders to keep
But that
cars
one I
with
don't
him,
think
but
was
that you
his
can't.
fault.
He didn't do anything wrong there. Into the corner, there's some contact, but it was all Rowdy getting loose off that wet paint off the corner, going a bit too wide and spinning out right in front of him.
Yeah, Logan had that same issue that Banjo had.
This has helped Banjo, though. Look at this, up into 7th. He was like 11th a lap ago.
Yeah, he was just past Chan. Cheesy and Aaron going at it. Now the Alpine team, it's going to battle as here comes Aaron. Look to the outside of Cheesy. Chan back around Banjo, trying to go around the outside. And he will take it away. So now DeMayo up to 3rd, Cole up to 4th.
Well, I mean,
as a result of all that.
We haven't talked about him. JB is consistently just chilling in 2nd right now. This is his teammate impressed in the sprint race. He's impressing in this race.
Bama, remember, had that issue on lap 1. He is in P13 right now. And Rowdy and Joey both have significant work to do. The two that battled for the win last week are in
Aaron goes
P17 and
around.
P18. Oh, Aaron is around on the front stretch. He was in position for points, and now gonna fall all the way to P14. Looks like no damage on the Alpine, as NASCAR fan, who also had to start at the back, flies by, and there goes Aaron retiring. I believe that was on his own accord right there. There he goes. As Skylar is also slowing up for some reason. Chan and Banjo going at it still here for 7th. Banjo takes it, but Chan with the ERS coming back down his inside right here. Skylar lagged out, that's what that was. Banjo has the inside for this corner. Ooh, tight. Maybe some contact. Banjo trying to clear him and does. But Chan looking for the crossover. He's back there. But Banjo finally looks like gets that move done. Slurp still leading. He has led most of the race so far. He has a 9-second lead over JB, who now is getting pressure from DeMeo for second. Slurp got up through the field very effectively, and it's paying big dividends as he was just able to stretch out that lead. Skinny a time penalty. He was in P5, and there goes DeMeo to the inside of JB for second. So Slurp, who started 12th, is your leader. DeMeo, who started 16th, is in P2. JB started 7th up to 3rd. Cole started 17th up to 4th, the sprint race winner. But, I mean, the inverted field has really helped these guys out, because JB, even though he just lost second, is in line for a very good finish. Same with Skinny, who could score his first ever points tonight.
Well, I mean,
Sean in for a good race.
even
P6
though
battling with Banjo right now. Go ahead,
JB
sorry.
had to pass. Oh, he's pinning out. He had to pass 6 cars, or would have been at
JB
one
in,
point
yeah.
6 cars, because now Slurp and DeMeo had him. Those were separate. Those were behind him.
Oh, and there's a time penalty for Sean as well. So JB comes in. Let's see what he puts on right here. And looks like it's going to be another set of inters. So it looks like some of these guys are thinking that it's not going to dry up. I guess the weather looks like it's too bad, because here comes Cheesy. He's going to do the same. Put on a new set of intermediates. Yellows are in Sector 2. That's for the Ashton of Snowy, who just got lapped. Slurp still leads by 9.7 seconds. DeMeo, Kona, your other podium runners. So we have the invert, and just like that, it is back to the usual suspects in 1st through 3rd, with Banjo in 5th. Rowdy's still down in P14 after his spin. Bama's broken into the top 10 now as... Oh, Chan and Sean are on the grass together! I'm not sure what just happened there. McKinney was able to get by both of them. Here comes Castron as well.
That's not a
Cash,
place to
remember...
attempt to pass.
Yeah, definitely not. Castron, remember, DNF'd in the sprint race, had to start 18th. He is now in 8th place. A very good start for him. But now Chan is going to put pressure back on him for this position.
Oh, man.
Chan sends it down the inside of turn 1.
He stuck
Gets
it.
the move done. He did. Bama just behind these guys in 10th, and you have NASCAR fan who started P19 in 11th looking for some points. Then you have JV who just pitted, Cheesy who just pitted as well in 16th. Joey made a pit stop earlier. He is P17. Four laps to halfway here as DeMeo goes by the lap car of Snowy. He is closing a little bit on the Ferrari of Slurp as Skinny putting some pressure on Banjo here for 4th. I believe Banjo just passed him a minute ago.
Did Rowdy not? Did Rowdy pit after he? No.
He did not. No, he did not.
I think is his wing clean?
His wing is fine, yeah, somehow.
That's
I don't know, I
incredible.
could not... I mean,
That is a
he kind
miracle.
of just spun, he spun all the way around and his side hit the wall, so I think his wing just got saved because of that reason.
Yeah, but his race is now practically done unless there's a safety car.
Well, with it being rainy and still 18 people in this race, I can definitely see it happening. JB Smooth, fastest lap on those new intermediate tires. He just passed his teammate of Bama. JB showing very strong pace here tonight. He's been impressive so far this season. Remember the great run he had for Red Bull in Australia after subbing for Rowdy. Ran up in the top 5 the entire race. And has had a pretty solid season to this point. Continuing that here today. Already back in the top 10 and has made a pit stop. And now he's going to put some pressure on Castron here for 9th. Slurp time penalty! The leader! He went very wide in the last corner, it looks like.
That gives me a feeling. I think somebody, whether it's Cole, Banjo, Caden, or McKinnon, I think one of them's going to get another one, because that's the best in the field in the rain.
Yeah. And DeMayo's still way too far back for the time penalty to be a factor right now, but who knows what will happen later. As Joey has just passed Skylar for 16th, JB passing Chan for 8th. JB on a mission on those new tires. Maybe these guys are thinking they can wait until it gets dry to
Bama had an issue.
make their pit stop.
Bama,
Oh, did he? Yes, he did.
Yeah, he hasn't pitted, so I thought he was pitting for a second. No, he got loose off that first corner. Forfeited a couple spots.
Bama showed strong pace in the sprint when it was dry, but now when it's in the wet, he is looking like he is struggling a little bit. Rain still looks like it's coming down pretty decently heavy, but there is a clear dry line forming, as you can see here on JB's onboard, so we could very easily get to dry soon, but JB is probably hoping this rain continues for as long as possible because he is making up a lot of ground right now.
And on the contrary, Joey's probably hoping for it to end as soon as possible because he pitted early for those new intermediates, and those are just going to wear and wear.
McKinnon into the pit lane. Cash and Bama as well, so a lot of guys coming in here just a lap before halfway. McKinnon to enters. So these guys pitting now tells me the rain is probably not ending for a while. Rowdy is in. And he is also putting on new enters. There's a slow Mercedes on the... Oh no, I'm sorry. That's the Aston of Snowy who caused that caution. So all good there. Cash was in the pit lane there. He is exiting. So now as we switch over to stops, you see everyone who has come in. JB, Cheesy, McKinnon, Joey, Castron, Bama, Rowdy all have pitted. All of them have new enters except for Joey, who pitted on, I think, lap 2. As Gunfunk, my inside reporter, just said it's supposed to rain all race, so thank you, Gun, for telling me that. So now it's just a matter of when these guys decide to come in to put on the intermediate tires. Slurp still stretching out his lead. It's now 11 seconds. Chan a time penalty, and Sean's into the pits. NASCAR fan behind him comes in as well. Cole has not really been able to gain that much on DeMayo. He is still 1.6 back of him. Banjo 5 seconds back. Joey is in again, and Snowy is in.
I mean,
There's
really,
not been...
if this continues the whole race, it's just going to be a, do you want to undercut? Or do you want to overcut? It's as simple as that. It's going to be split down the middle, I would think. So, for everybody other than Joey, who had to pit early, and maybe 1 or 2 others that pitted early.
Yeah, I think for guys that are at the front, especially Slurp, who has a 12-second lead, it's just going to be, I mean, you're going to stay out as long as possible because you don't want to get caught up by safety car. DeMeo and Cole are both in on the same lap right here. So just past halfway, 18 laps complete. And here come DeMeo, Cole, and Banjo in. Skinny as well, so second, third, fourth, fifth all coming in. And Skinny, I don't know how he did. Oh, yep, he did speed. I was about to say he was in the grass for a long time. And paid the price. So the third speed penalty we've seen, and now
this will be good for Slurp.
Yes, it will.
Because now everybody, sorry.
You're good. Go ahead.
Okay, because everybody pitted. This is now your time to pit here, I would assume, because you're not in danger of a safety car. Is a speeding penalty for Dino.
Yeah, Dinosaur had a speeding penalty. Snowy also got one a lap ago. So that'll promote JB back to P2. He is 24 seconds back of Slurp. And JB with that undercut is now, he has a 8-second advantage over DeMeo. That is a long gap to make up. JB pitted, I think, 3 or 4 laps to go.
He's going to be screaming come the end of this race.
Let's see the tires. JB is on 6-lap older tires. But I mean, that's a long way as DeMeo and Cole both go by Chan as Slurp is into the pits. He is now exiting. Slurp had the huge lead. Here comes JB onto the front stretch. Should be easily ahead of him, but JB did catch up quite a bit. Here Slurp exiting right now. There you see JB behind him by about 4 seconds. Make it 3.5. So there you see how powerful the undercut was. Chan is in the pits.
If this was a normal conditioned race, this would help DeMeo as you get another car in between a blocker to help you with DRS, but there is none. So it's just going to be in his way and trying to catch Slurp.
And he also has Cole to contend with as they're going to battle for third. Joey takes the fastest lap. Cole went down the inside, but DeMeo was able to hold him off. Coming to 16 laps to go, Slurp beginning to stretch out that lead once again. He has obviously much fresher tires than JB. But JB, once again, holding strong. Could potentially be in line for a podium right here if he's able to hold that 7-second gap to DeMeo and Cole, but that's going to be a tough order.
Yeah.
I believe everyone has now pitted. Let's see. Yep, everyone has made a pit stop, so everyone should be able to go to the end of the race. So your running order, Slurp your leader, JB second, DeMeo and Cole battling for third, Banjo in fifth, McKinnon, Cheesy, as actually Skinny going by Cheesy for P7 right now, so that'll promote him to 7th, Cheesy 8th, Castro 9th, and Bama in position for the last points paying position in P10. Sean the pole sitter is now 11th. He also has a time penalty. NASCAR fan 12th. Rowdy, who spun earlier, is in P13. Chan P14, who just pitted. Joey in 15th, who has made 2 pit stops. Dinosaur, Skyler, and Snowy round out the grid as we come to 15 laps to go.
So Cheesy pitted the same lap as JB, unless he's already passed it. Either way, same cycle basically for them. 8-lap old intermediates. So they're both going to be struggling. That's why Cheesy's lost a couple spots here. Might end up falling out of the points by the end of this.
This Cole and DeMeo battle still going on. Cole all over him off the final corner. There's a time penalty for Cheesy as well. We've seen a lot of time penalties as guys struggle in the rain. And JB stretching that gap out a little bit. Still 5 seconds, but he's holding tough.
Yeah, there's still 14 laps, though.
Yeah. Remember, Slurp has that time penalty, but it's only 3 seconds. It could get worse if he corner cuts again. As we have some action back here for 10th on back, as Sean is losing positions to NASCAR fan and Rowdy, who both go by him. They both clear him, and Rowdy, after that spin, is just a few positions away from scoring points still, which would be big for him in the Drivers' Championship and big for Red Bull. Because no constructor really having a banner day. Slurp is leading for Ferrari as Cole and DeMeo are going at it again. Cole out of the inside on the front stretch. That was close. And Cole gets the move done. He's back up to third. Cheesy into the pits, actually. So that'll make it only one McLaren in the points.
This is not a good sign for JB.
Yeah, we'll see how much he's using up those inters, but he's really not losing that much time. We know how good Cole is in the wet conditions. So it's going to be
Yeah, I think
tough to hold him off, but...
the story of the race is going to be...
Oh my, what the heck is going on here? Bama was doing some things I can't say on a Twitch stream to Bama right there. I'm not
I
sure
didn't catch
what I
that.
just saw.
Oh, and Sean goes off. What happened?
So basically, I guess it was a glitch, because it looked like Castron and Bama were like having some relations down the straightaway right there. Because I guess they came together off the corner and then one of them was ghosted or something, but that was interesting. That'll be on the No Context Costco page. Anyway, back to the race, 13 laps to go. Cole and DeMeo still together. They're under 3 seconds to JB now. Looks like everyone pretty much holding station besides the battle for 9th and 10th. As, and Rowdy, a huge dive to the inside of NASCAR fan. NASCAR fan takes it back away. Rowdy going to go back around the outside, though, with the ERS he has left. And taking it away, and oh my goodness, NASCAR fan got back to the inside and pushed him off some contact right there. My oh my. And for some
Rowdy's
reason,
really
camera view decides to show me every single camera angle except for one that shows the entire car. There we go. So NASCAR fan got back around Rowdy. This is the battle for 10th. Sean is a part of it as well. Shan not too far back. As, Castron lags out. Castron is just ahead of these guys. As Rowdy goes down the inside again.
Man,
Another
he's just...
big dive into turn one. This time he makes it stick, kind of. He's still clear. He gets the position. NASCAR fan has a lot more battery. Going to use his go to the outside right here. But Rowdy holds on to P10 and will take it. And now quickly catching up to Castron, who we just noted lagged out. I'm going to see if I can shoot him another invite back.
I'd look for the Mercedes in that aspect.
There goes Rowdy through. As, JB is pitting. I thought he had a problem, but he's just coming into pit right here. Castron is back, but JB, who was running second, is going to have to pit again. The inters he had on cannot make it to the end.
Well, this is interesting. Everybody might have to pit twice.
You think? I don't know. People pitted late. People pitted on like lap 20.
Well, doing the math here, that's 13 lap-old tires on lap 26.
Let's see. Slurp pitted the latest. He is 6 lap older. He pit.
Yeah,
Slurp
I think
pitted
these
on
guys are
lap
going to
20.
have to pit.
You think so?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the pace is going to drop off. I think it's going to be math-wise.
Yeah, I think you're right, but I mean, Slurp
math-wise, yes, but strategically wise, they might not, because the time they're losing by staying out longer on these screaming tires might actually not be enough. Might not be worth it to pit late, so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I feel like those guys that pitted on
JB
like lap
goes
20
incredibly wide.
are gonna be fine.
He is struggling with this. He can't get the tires warm.
Like, I think the only
Is he-
one that might need to pit again is maybe McKinnon. But I mean, even then, he's only gonna have to go 18, 19
Look at-
laps, which people did. So
Look at JB here. He's been swerving the past couple of straightaways, desperately trying to get these tires warm. I think he's finally got it. He's been all over the place in this outlap.
he rejoined at 8th, got back to 7th. As there's another time penalty for Sean. That's 6 seconds for him. As with JB pitting, Slurp has a 16-second lead over Cole. DeMeo a second back of him. Banjo P4. McKinnon up into the top 5. Great run for him. And he needed it too. McKinnon has not had the best start to the season. But here he is in line for a potential top 5 if he's able to hold on. 8 to go. There are yellows in Sector 3. That's for Snowy, I believe. Yes. Chan and Sean going at it for 11th right here. The two guys that started on the front row for this race.
Sean down to no battery.
Skinny is pitting again as well. Okay, so
Trying to serve that
I
penalty too.
oh, he sped again.
Oh my goodness.
Two speeding penalties for Skinny in the race.
Getting past
Oh,
that, this
man.
won't end up working out. But this is what I think we might see. If we see people pit, it's going to be soon, because they'll know it's going to be worn out, and they'll split it to optimize that. The other guys are just going to try to keep it out to the end, because there's no point pitting with what 2-3 to go. Not going to be worth it
Yeah,
anymore.
no. Rowdy continuing
Joey.
his recovery drive, just past
Been to
Bama for
12.
7th.
Almost. Never mind. He's trying to get past Castron. Rough
Joe-
race for Joe. We haven't really talked about him. He had
Yeah.
that issue.
Got that big win last week, just had that rough start, has really never been able to get back up there, had to make 2 pit stops already. I mean, if people in front of him have to pit again, he could be in line for some points. We'll just have to wait and see. He is battling with Castro, and they're both on pretty old tires.
Yeah, I think if he wanted to secure that, he should have pitted a lap or 2 later, but I think he still should be fine till the end.
It'll be 7 to go at the line. Slurp still with a... Oh, JB, a time penalty! That's not going to help his recovery drive, as Joey passes Castron on the front stretch for P12. So just looking at the way the constructors will shake out, Ferrari in for a good race as Slurp is leading and NASCAR Fan is 9th. Cole the only McLaren in the points-paying positions, but Red Bull looks like they're going to be at an advantage here. They came in leading the standings.
Let me see, so it would be 27 for Ferrari points day right now. Who's actually Slurp might have the fastest lap, so that might be 28.
I think Joey has
And
the
then-
fast lap.
Is it Joey?
Yes.
Well, that
I think
wouldn't.
so.
It would just go to nobody then.
Yes. Oh, another time penalty, this time for Rowdy.
That's
Off the
good
last
for
corner.
JB.
Yeah, the final corner has really been a trouble spot for guys today.
I mean, that's the toughest corner to predict that from, because every instinct in that corner is, when you learn it, is to just go as fast as you can, full speed through there to get as much speed and run off into the front straightaway, especially when you have no DRS. But then, you go too wide for too long with the rain, and you'll get penalties. Astron looking up. He's going to get passed by Cheesy, I believe.
It's looking like Red Bull and Ferrari are going to pull well away from McLaren on back in the constructor standings. After Williams had a great week last week. Cole is in second as, oh my goodness, another time penalty. That one for Banjo, guess where it was? The final corner again. You see the amount of penalties that people have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers who have not scored or do not have any penalty time, and 13 that do. DeMeo and Cole still together for P2. Banjo a long ways back. 3rd through 7th right here all have 3 seconds of penalties, I believe. So coming to 5 laps to go. Slurp on the front stretch at the line. He takes it. Slurp led. He's led, I believe, at least 30 laps of this race. After the fantastic start he had, it's been relatively stress-free. He's just been able to pull away and do what he does in the wet and just dominate everybody. On board with JB, who is closing on McKinnon quickly for P5. But I believe that's as far as he's going to get. Caution Sector 1 for a Haas. That's Skinny. As Skinny's in the grass up here. In the wall. Castron is in the pits. As Skinny is retiring. And safety car is not out. Skinny is parked in the turn 1 gravel.
Still letting me watch him, so.
Yeah, no safety car. As Castron comes out of the pits, just ahead of Slurp. And back to green flag. So 3 retirees, Skinny, Aaron, Logan. Love 17 runners here with under 4 laps to go. As I believe Sean just had an issue. Yes, Sean was off in Sector 3. That allowed Joey and Cheesy to get through. Both who have made 2 stops.
Joey is just about, what is that, 5 seconds off of what would be points right now, and both those guys have penalties for, what, 3 seconds, or is it?
Yeah, I believe so. He could be in line to maybe sneak 10th away right there, so that would be an extra point for Williams, as there's another time penalty for Castron.
Snowy just now passed Skinny.
Yeah,
I didn't know what happened.
I was going to say that. DeMeo not able to get back up to Cole. He was challenging for him for a little bit, but Cole has been able to stretch that gap out a little bit. Still a long ways back from Slurp.
I'll tell you, if JB didn't have that penalty, I wouldn't be out of the question him getting 4th, because he is gaining so quick on those really old intermediates. But yeah, with that penalty, he's even with them, and over 5 seconds behind, it's going to be really tough.
It'll be 2 to go at the line for the Ferrari of Slurp, who has done a lot of passing tonight. 20th to 7th in the sprint. And then 12th to 1st in the race. Yep, 12th to 1st in the race. And after a week where he was able to take the championship lead in Spain last week, lost it momentarily in the sprint race, but has now responded and looks to be in position to take it back going into Silverstone next week. Just has to complete one more lap and a half to complete a very impressive drive, very impressive weekend. We consider Slurp and Cole to be the two best in the wet conditions. They are 1-2, but DeMeo still pressuring Cole. So we still could have a battle for second on our hands, coming to 1 to go. On the front stretch goes Slurp, and the white flag is being displayed one more time around a wet Austria. An entirely wet race for the first time in a long time. And Slurp just needs to navigate a few more corners. And he will get his first win of the regular season. He won the exhibition a few weeks ago.
I think JB had a lot of pure pace in that car, but he really just struggled under the wet. I think he pitted, really confused us. He pitted earlier than what we thought. I think he could have gone longer, and that kind of confused us on the strategy. But that's just penalty for Chan. But I just don't think he was as fast, and really struggled to get grip in this rain. As Slurp is gonna set sail for the win.
Here comes Slurp. 2 corners to go. It's been a dominant day for the master of the rain. And through the last corner, it's going to be the win and the championship lead for Slurp. He is going to win in Austria as he spins across the line. As now we focus on our battle for second. It was close just a minute ago as DeMeo had it under a tenth, but Cole was able to pull away. And here he comes to solidify a P2 finish. The winner of the sprint. For Cole, he gets second place on the podium, and DeMeo comes through to complete the podium. Here comes Banjo for a good P4. And just behind him will be JB, who showed a lot of fantastic pace and impressed everybody. Top 5 for JB. Here comes Rowdy to finish P6. A very, very impressive race for Rowdy as well, recovering from that spin to still finish 6th. McKinnon just behind him in 7th. Here comes Bama, one of the only drivers who didn't have any penalties, to finish 8th. And here comes Cheesy for 9th and Chan for 10th. But NASCAR Fan will pass both of them with the penalties. So NASCAR Fan to 9th, Cheesy 10th. Chan will not get any points. Joey finishes P12. Here comes Sean to finish 13th. And then Castro and Dr. Dinosaur Skyler will all finish a lap down. Lots to talk about from tonight's race in Austria. And now we'll do some more talking as Rowdy gets driver of the day. Very, very deserving one, I will say. And now we will get to talk to our podium. As Slurp celebrates his win. Welcome back.
Unfortunate.
Once DeMeo's here, we'll get underway. Don't tell me it just died again. I'm gonna crash out. Brother.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Oh, he's back. He's
Oh my
back.
god.
He's back.
All right. After another
Oh,
technical
look, the
problem.
weather says normal. Shocker. Fucking
Okay.
retard, dude.
We're back. Stream's still going. So potato interview DeMeo, and I'll do the top two.
So third place for you, DeMeo, today. Had to go through the field in this one. How hard was it to get up there? And do you think you could have done anything different to get ahead of Cole and get a P2?
Well, that was probably the most terrifying first lap I've ever done in this league. I think a good 5 cars in front of me ghosted, which was the only reason why I didn't slam into their side pods and get a shit ton of damage. I don't know, I was kind of lucky, I guess. Go figure. But I thought our race went okay. I think Slurp was by far the fastest. It seemed like maybe I had something for Cole at the end, but my tires were so overheated. And I could barely keep the car on the track. I was more worried about just bringing the car home with all 4 tires still up. So I will take my third and my second place in the sprint. I'm not going to complain too much. We should still be in a decent points position heading into the next race. So we'll see what happens next week. But that was an insane race. Probably one of the craziest races this league has had in its history.
Okay, yeah. So that's DeMeo, third place. I don't know what else to ask.
Thanks, man.
I mean, he just
DeMeo, I'll shoot you a question real quick. So, I think we're gonna have a really close battle for the championship. You guys are all probably gonna be separated by 5 or less points, I think. So, going into Silverstone next week, how do you feel about potentially vaulting to the championship lead after that race?
If it doesn't rain, I feel okay about it. Unfortunately, I don't have anything for the two of these guys in the rain, but I can't even remember the last time I did a Silverstone race in this league, so we'll see. I don't know. I'm not gonna go with too heavy of expectations. I'm just gonna run my race and see where it ends up putting me, hopefully in at least a podium position.
All right, well, DeMeo, congrats on your third place. I know it was a hectic one. Good drive to get all the way to the front, and congrats on your P3.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to Cole, who we talked to not too long ago. Cole, sprint race in a P2 tonight for you. Take us through your mindset on lap one and how crazy it was for you.
I had one of the best starts I've ever had in my life. I gained like maybe 8 to 10 spots in turn one,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got 2 illegal overtakes somehow.
Oh,
So
fun.
I had to drop all the way back to last again, and that basically ended my race. I was basically on Slurp's bumper after turn one, so I'd like to think I'd have a chance, but I mean he was really fast, so I doubt it. But yeah, it basically completely ruined my race. I'm just happy to get second, to be honest with you. The Mayo was quick. Um, I got my second warning on like lap 6, so I was basically driving the last 30 laps, just trying not to get a warning, and I did it. So I'll just take second and be happy.
Yeah, well, that's impressive considering I think we had 17 drivers with a time penalty out of 20.
Yeah.
Um, so very crazy race.
Who
Yeah.
else? Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So, Cole, how are you? How's your confidence going into Silverstone in this really tight points battle we have going on between you three?
I won their first race of season 4, which is the only time we've been there on this game, so I feel pretty confident. Me, Slurp, Banjo, Joey, we've done like 3 races in the last week at Silverstone just randomly for other leagues. They've gone interestingly. Um, but I think I don't even know if I consider that practice, but if you can, it can be whatever you want. I think I feel pretty confident. I like Silverstone. I know Slurp's gonna be fast, Mayo's gonna be fast, everybody's gonna be fast. So I just had to execute, and I'll be fine.
I actually have another question. I want to get you and DeMeo's thoughts on this, Cole, and I'll ask Slurp too.
Mhm.
After the sprints played out and the whole race played out, what are you guys' thoughts on like the weekend as a whole? Do you like the addition or not really?
I think it was a good idea. It's just that the whole field invert caused a little bit of problems in the sprint. But to be honest, I thought it was okay. I think the rain made everything a little bit too hectic. Um, but yeah, I didn't hate it. Maybe first to 10th invert. Sorry. Oh my God. First to 10th invert next time would be better, but I didn't mind it.
I would agree with Cole pretty much on everything he said.
Me too. Me too.
All right. Well, Cole, congrats on your P2. Like I said, we should have a pretty tight points battle between you three after this going into Silverstone, so we'll see how that shakes out, and we'll get to it again next week. So congrats on your podium,
Thank you.
and we will jump to Mr. Slurp 74. Slurp, your first win of the season comes in the wet at Austria. Not really a surprise considering we've seen you dominate in the wet conditions before, but how was your race tonight? You passed a lot of people in the sprint and in the race.
My race was absolutely magnificent, to say the least. Start was incredible. I think I went from 12th to 4th or 5th. And then I just had to pass the rest of the cars up front, and after that it was pretty easy from there on out. But the whole time I was stressing for a safety car. Somehow we didn't get one, but a great race for myself. I have nothing else to say. It was just great.
I want to hear your thoughts on the sprint specifically. I think you went from like 20th to 9th in one sector, so take me through what happened there.
Yeah. I didn't. So there was a lot of carnage at the start that I was able to just avoid barely. And then I got okay. And then I got up to a. Then I got up to a. I barely got onto the main pack DRS of like 7 cars, I believe. Got up to 6, and it should have been more. I was really having fun. It was a great drive until Caden just decided just to not really brake for the corner that much and killed me. But still, very fun race, a very fun sprint race. Going from 20th to 6th, I really enjoyed it. Besides me getting wrecked, I think it's a great addition, and like Cole said, I really the inverting the whole field was interesting. It caused for some stuff, but I think if we're gonna do something like that in the future, it should only be the top 8 or 10.
Yeah, we'll have to discuss that, but congratulations again, Slurp. How are you feeling going into Silverstone next week?
Uh, I'm feeling pretty good. I think Cole probably will get the win there unless something goofy happens. I think
Let's not say
that's
probably, but let's relax.
I think Cole is just better there than me. I think Silverstone is one of my worst tracks. I love it, but I think I never perform to the best of my abilities.
All right, well, I don't know what that was. But anyway, congratulations against Slurp on your first win this season, second if you count the
Thank you.
exhibition. But
Yeah,
Potato, any
yeah.
closing thoughts before we sign
Well, yeah.
off?
So I didn't know Cole had to give up spots. I thought he just went into that corner and hit the foam like an idiot, going too wide into the corners.
Negative. Negative.
Dang it!
It was such
I
a
really
sick
thought that's what
start too.
happened.
Such a sick start. But I got an illegal overtake on Skylar. I don't even know how, because Skylar's I have no idea. I really don't know.
Cole, I'm watching my theater replay right now, and it's because you were completely off the track. When
Oh, I know I
Skylar
was
like
completely off
stopped.
the track. I was just hoping it let me do
That's
it,
like
man.
4 cars off the
Well, I mean, dude, I don't know where else I was supposed to go. I was kind of just trying to get back on the track, but I didn't want to kill anybody.
I know.
Man, I tried. It was a
Okay,
good
well,
attempt.
gonna sign off from an action-packed race in Silverstone. A lot of action to talk about. Slurp
Wasn't
gets the
Silverstone.
win. I'm sorry, Austria. We go to Silverstone next week. And yeah, I want to give a shout out to everybody again because for the second
goat.
straight week we had a 20-person grid, which is awesome.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
We actually
yeah.
had 22 different people race because Gunfunk and
Josh.
Josh raced the sprint but then got kicked out. Sorry guys. Um, but anyway, thanks guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys next week from Silverstone.